Hey gun peeps, welcome back to Snail TV. Obviously everyone's seen the last video. Unfortunate things has happened. As I said, I gotta just keep going because I gotta keep making content. Obviously for you guys, but for myself as well, because I've got a lot of projects I want to keep doing. I've still been on little bits here and there. I really want to start trying to get the Roll Racer wide up very shortly, but I just keep going back to the bike. I've done a few things. I'll show you what I've done so far, and also we'll do some few things now. So, all right, guys, we'll start over here. We've just done a few intercooler pipes. This is just really rough. Nothing is spot on right now. All the cuts have got to get cleaned up and whatnot. But I'm just trying to make up something that looks nice. Don't forget, guys, these are 3.5-inch intercooler pipes. Don't worry about the dust in the turbo, it all gets cleaned up, all right? So this is my whole gist of what's going to happen. Intercooler pipe is going to come straight out the other side, that into the hole there, that has to get trimmed out just a tad more there, and exactly the same for this side. Now, I have been very busy on the intercooler, as you can see. Everything, there's two cores in there, guys, as you can see. All right, and I'll show you. It's pretty much just two cores welded together. That tank is being, you can see I've just welded a strip in the inside there and cleaned it up on the outside. So these ends are the standard XR6 intercooler ends, and a center has been welded in there as such. That'll be a 3.5-inch pipe squashed just a tad to fit. And then on this side, I haven't finished it up, but I need to make up a flat pipe so then I can do a circle. But I just really knocked up the sides. As you see, you can see the two cores there welded together, guys. All right, and it is so flat. I've got it in a pretty good location now, but I'll move it for you guys. And on this side, this thing's heavy. 2 seconds. Alright, so as you can see on this side, I've welded 2-12s. Okay, and these are going to be my in and outlet for the water. Alright, so all welded up nicely, guys. Yeah, no leaks and everything like that. So I'll wait till I do the end tanks, and then I'll pressure test it. But everything looks pretty good so far. Yeah, real happy with it. Just had to notch out a little bit here. This is really rough, guys. It'll get cut out a little bit more, and I'll just cut this out just for this line here, and just for now, because that'll be have a -12 90-degree angle there for this right here. As you can see, if the throttle body is on as well. All right, 90mm throttle body. All right, that's all welded up. Yeah, there's nothing more there. As I said, this thing's heavy as hell. All right, and we want it to be in line. All right, and we want it to be in line that way as well, because it's got a slight angle there to it, as you can see, and we want it to be in line. So, and then, as I said, with this side here, this side's going to come straight up, okay, and then into that cooler pipe there. So I really want to just have this as a one pipe as well, okay, welded straight to here, to the cooler, and a V-band straight in the center there. So just one V-band right in the center there to join the two together, okay. And then we want one over here as well. I'm thinking one just straight off of here, or I keep this welded nicely, all right, and then I just have a clamp on the bottom side. I'm trying to get away with it doing hard, like doing a harder bend, because obviously our knees, my knee is right there. All right, when I say ours, I mean my test pilot. But yeah, our knees are right there, so I need to make that as hard, like as a hard bend as possible. That's if I can do. So far so good. Everything's looking really nice. I'm really liking the intercooler, guys. As I said, now it is a water to air intercooler. Air obviously from the turbo goes in this side, comes out into the throttle body, okay, but inside here will always be cold water, okay, so always cooling the air. And we'll coming off, a pump coming off, and I'll have a cooler somewhere else. So I might have a cooler just here behind the tank here, behind the wheel here, sorry guys. Somewhere we'll think of something that we can put the cooler for there, the intercooler. So yeah, really liking it, that I'm getting more done on this thing. And as you can see, it is all starting, the fabrication is all just starting. All right, I didn't show you this, guys, but we've got the wastegate straight on to the turbocharger. This is straight on the housing. This is how, this is the best way to control boost, but it is just a very long process because it is a thick cast. I have got the whole half done. After I weld it, I'll get the rest of it all notched out, because we can take it straight off the housing there. But yeah, it is what it is, because I really want to get that welded up and this one at the same time when I do it. But that's how much the exhaust is going to be coming out, like that. And I've got them pretty much dead on, as you can see, guys. All right, and yeah, obviously they're going to be heat wrapped, and yeah, that'll be really nice. So really liking the look of that. And as I said, I've done no V-bands here. I just want pipe, just so then it just a cleaner look, okay. And then I can we'll do a V-band on the end there, and that'll all just get painted all at once. That's all. And I can get that off, no worries. So don't worry, it doesn't get stuck. I can get that, no worries, off. Yeah, really happy. All right, so we are up to doing the intercooler pipe on this side. As I said, I haven't filmed a little bit here and there, but it's just so, as I said, like there's a lot of times I don't know what I'm doing, as you have seen from when I was doing the plenum side. I'm, 80% of the time thinking of what I need to do, and 20% of actually doing. That's why time's very precious for me, because I just need to think of how I'm doing it. And as I said, you're not just thinking about that item, you're thinking about everything else that can come into the way, and also yeah, all the problems that you're gonna go into the future, or come up into the problems. So as I said, this all started from the plenum and the intake that we made up at the start there. And we've gone from there. So as I said, we know where we're putting the radiator. That is on order, that's coming. As I said, this is at Christmas, guys, so parts are very slow, but I've got lots of things to do, so it's okay. And yeah, so that's all from that, and now we know where everything needs to go. The cooler and stuff like that, for, well, as you can call it, you would call it a heat exchanger, small heat exchanger, from the intercooler will be placed somewhere. I've got a few little spaces there that we can place it, so that's no biggie. We could always put it at the front here of the where the front housing is here, but the only problem is I don't really want air to come in, because it's got to be more aerodynamic, that's all. So that's the only problem I've got going there. I could always place it hanging down, and it will just hit the wind going into it. But as I said, I just want to keep, this is pretty much going to be just glassed as all as one, and I don't really want to keep too much weight at the front here, because I've got enough on the sides, that's all. As I said, it is a car engine. It's a K24 2.4 litre, guys, obviously with a GT47 turbo. I need to house big things. I can't just house a single, 2.5 inch intercooler, nothing like that. So this has to be built properly to house 1,000 horsepower, to flow 1,000 horsepower, and to be able to cool 1,000 horsepower. Yeah, it is what it is. So things are going to get big, and that's what it is when you're working with that much horsepower, guys. You don't realize until you actually see it in real life. As I said, pictures just don't do it justice, because when looking at turbochargers like this, it's just, yeah, they're monstrous. So all in all, guys, let's get to a couple of things to get going. We'll start making up this intercooler. I really want to make up a bracket first to hold the intercooler, because it needs to be able to stay there. Just the intercooler pipes, I don't like to support it. Obviously it needs some sort of bracket holding there. So let's make up something now. We might make up something off the chassis, or yeah, we'll make something up. We'll have a look. As I said, I've got no ideas right now, so you're going to be just watching me look, and then we make some stuff. All right, let's go. All right, guys, so I've just quickly knocked up this little tiny bar. Just got a little bend on it, and I've just welded up a M10 nut inside of it. Got a plan after about 20 minutes of thinking of what I'm going to do. So the whole idea is we have a chassis rail just down there. I really want to go off it. As I said, I was thinking about off the plenum, but I really don't want this thing to take any weight. As I said, then I've got the risk of cracking runners and whatnot. This thing's going to be pretty heavy. I know the intercooler pipes will hold it because they're going to be hard lined anyway. But as I said, then this thing here, the plenum will be actually holding the weight. I don't like that, so what I'm thinking is welding a 10mm plate going across, and then a little 10mm like a loop going up off that 10mm plate. The reason why I won't just weld straight to this is because this is only 3mm, and you risk it cracking around it. So I'd rather weld to the ends, okay? And then once you weld to the ends, I can weld to the sides as well, but the actual ends will take the weight. You won't split the end, you'll split around holding this, or I'll end up just bowing it. You'll end up start bowing it once the weight keeps bouncing. Okay, so just like that with the nut welded up, as I said, with that little tiny bit, and then welded like that coming off of it, and then just a M10 bolt going straight through it. Just a single bolt, plenty of weight there. As I said, they're cap heads, so they are 12.2s, and yeah, it'll be enough just to support, just to hold the weight in position. These will hold the position, but just the physical weight of the cooler will be actually off the chassis rail, and I like that. So let's get this bad boy to the bench. We'll weld up a plate. I'll probably weld up the sides as well. When you weld up the sides, it just starts bowing a little bit, so we'll see what we can do. Let's have a look. All right guys, so as you can see, yeah, little bracket there holding it. All right, so that there's a steel bracket on an aluminium bracket on the intercooler. Haven't welded all of it yet. Obviously I can't get to the top because the plenum is on, and I can't get to the bottom underneath because the engine block's in the way. So that there is supporting it, no worries at all. That's all it needs. That there will just, as I said, take the inertia, the weight. So we can still tip it side to side now to get it 100% to the plenum there, and we can actually start making up some intercooler pipes. Really want to get that one done now, so I'll take you through this one now. That what I'm going to do, as I said, I'll squash the bottom just a little bit, which shouldn't make any difference to the flow. It's only just a tad. That there's only about 87 mil, I think I measured it right to the end, and I've got 90. I got 90. So as I said, there's only a little bit there to be squashed, and yeah. And as I said, that there, that's the intercooler pipe there. Obviously, bit of wiring there, but we'll move that out of the way. And as I said, there'll be one V-band right there to join the intercooler and turbo together. That's how I like it, just to keep it simple, guys. I know it is all solid mounted, but that's because the engine itself is solid mounted. So that's what we're up to. And we can actually make up a couple of the pipes to join together. I don't have a V-band here, guys, but we can make the pipes ready to go now. All right, so I've got all the pipes. I just don't have the V-bands. They just didn't have any in stock. I have to order them online. So yeah, it looks real good. I'm real happy. As I said, that there is taking up the weight. As I said to you guys, 10 mil plate on either side, because now that there is taking the weight. I did weld the center. It just looked a bit crap, just with the little gaps underneath. As I said, the less heat in this thing, the better, because then flat panels do warp really quickly. This is all 3 mil anyway. As I said, I am getting the weight up on this thing. Obviously, with this thing filled with water, and also the intercooler pipes all hooked up, I think we're actually just on point, guys. All right, so yeah, let's get stuck onto this intercooler pipe now. Real happy with how the coolers turned out and the bracket and everything like that. It's exactly what I like. Big and powerful stuff. Yeah, so also we've got to make up a cable as well, a cable bracket. I do like using cables only because the physical, you can actually control the butterfly. Not saying that the drive-by wires are bad. I just physically don't like, because you don't have any no control. There has been in the past the fail-safe hasn't worked, but also there has been cables that have got stuck as well. So give or take, I know that the drive-by wires are a lot better to control, like as in you control the idle by it, the up speed, just everything like that. You can have it cruise control, you can have it anything doing that, but the physical manually seeing a throttle open, I physically like that. So and they're just a lot cheaper as well, so that's what I like as well. Obviously I do always run TPS as well, so the computer knows that what we're seeing, and then the ECU will know whereabouts it is anyway, so that's a good thing as well. But as I said, for now we will do this front intercooler pipe now, and we can make up a couple of cooler pipes on this side here. As I said, I just don't have the clamps, the V-band clamps with me. I had to order them online. They don't have them in shops here, but I'll get that organized, and yeah, we'll just a little bit more playing around, and we'll be able to get it done. All right, let's get these pipes done. peeps, I'm going to finish off with that. I got to wait for some V-band clamps to come in to do any more situation here. I do need to get another pipe as well, a 3.5-inch alloy radius pipe. I do have one, but it's a bigger pipe, and it just won't look nice. So I'm going to wait till that comes in, and also need 2 V-bands. So one for the middle there to join the intercooler and also the turbo, and also one right here to join the throttle body to the intercooler. Keep it simple, and yeah, as I said, going to be no flex there, guys, so everything is solid mounted, but that's how I like to sort of build my toys anyway. And yeah, we'll go from there. So intercooler I'm very happy with, everything else very happy with. The handlebars just miss. I actually wasn't looking at that, but then I went to turn it and literally we're about 5 mil on left and right full turn. Obviously not going to do that many turns when you're going mainly a straight line, but that's all good. I'm going to finish this guys off with something on the Hayabusa. Alright guys, as you know, Hayabusa's going pretty well. Obviously I'm still waiting on lines, but my mate had just dropped off the half link. So yeah, hooked up to the chain, and obviously now we've got chains. So now we're actually ready to rumble. So theoretically, I can actually probably drive this. It doesn't have a clutch and it doesn't have brakes, so it's a bit scary, and you just shut it off. But you can actually click it into neutral. This is all electronic. I've just had it running for just a tiny bit then, just to make sure that the chain's good. It's got a bit of a flop on the chain, obviously when you're just pretty much on like first gear and no load, but obviously that doesn't happen when you're riding it, because you need load on the engine. Yeah, so I'll quickly start up now. I'll just take you guys through when you're clicking into first gear, and just to show you guys what's happening. Let's have a look, eh? Alright, so put on that there. So there we have it. So it all goes into gear, no worries. I couldn't get into neutral right there, we were just going way too fast, so I had nothing to stop it there. So yeah, everything is pretty sweet. Yeah, it goes into gear, no worries. I have noticed that it does breathe quite a bit through the top ports, so I'm lucky that I actually kept the top ports as well. Obviously I've got to hook them up to the frame, and as we did say, it is going to be breathing out through the back lines there. That's fine, no worries. Yeah, really happy that we are all, everything's all gone really well with this thing. As I said, I have ordered the rest of the lines, guys, so when they come, they come. So yeah, guys, so this thing is absolutely rowdy. I absolutely love this. I can't swear on camera, but I absolutely adore this thing. It's just so, yeah. As I said, I do love the Hayabusa. It's a, I think it's a weapon on its own, but this thing I don't know, just because obviously maybe the split exhaust or whatnot, but this thing sounds amazing. Yeah, so obviously chain now hooked up, everything there, so it's ready to ride. So I've just got to wait for these lines and get clutch and brakes to work, obviously, and water lines. But yeah, things are looking sweet. So that's all we've got time for, guys. So hope you like the bike going. I hope you like the Hayabusa. Unfortunately, we had a bit of a RRP in the family, unfortunately. But unfortunately, that's just what, I guess, things happen. Yeah, really bad. But yeah, things are still looking up, and I do have maybe something pretty crazy in the works as well. So obviously stay tuned for that. And yeah, things are just going well. So obviously, guys, make sure you're having a good Christmas as well. So it is Christmas time here, not Christmas Day, but yeah, have a good weekend, good time, and I will see you guys on the next video. See you guys.